And now we're recording, and we're here for the 7 o'clock Zoom meeting, and I'm excited. I'm really excited about ASEA and these products. The the changes that they're making in me and the changes I'm noticing in you. It's just the whole thing with the sleep and then a lot less pain is the two big things for me. What about you?
Well, it's not. My sleep is still as wonky as it ever was, but I'm noticing some other differences. Um, while it doesn't completely take away my arthritis pain, it does cut down on it so that I don't have to take as many OTCs, over the counter, you know, ibuprofen and all that.
Right. And yeah, I understand we'll be doing these just me and you for a little bit, but the word will get out, I hope, and people will start trusting in what we have to say about this a little bit. I've had pretty much zero response on Facebook. Um, I have a lot of friends out there that I know could get a lot of benefit from these products because I know from being on Facebook with them, being involved with the social media and so on, the kind of product, the kind of things that they're going through in their life, whether it's, arthritis or some kind of disease or, you know, we're at that age where a lot of things are catching up with us. And it really, it really pains me to know that people are, I'm going to take a wild guess here. They look at what we're offering and the only thing they see or the only thing they're hearing or reading is the fact that it has to do with marketing. They're not giving the products a chance. What do you think?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, there are so many excellent products out there, including ASEA, that people won't look at or won't use simply because of that it's connected with marketing. Um, there's just, well, I know why it got a bad rap back in the 80s and 90s, and there was a lot of uh, shysters out there, so to speak.
Well, there still is. I mean, the internet's full of stuff like that, you know?
But and I know another thing is usually the cost of the products, because it seems
Right.
like that if you're um, associated with a company that's associated with network marketing, that you're paying more for the product, not just because it's a better product or organic, vegan, all natural, whatever, but they're also jacking the price a little bit to help pump up what
To,
gets paid back to their marketers.
to drive the marketing, yeah. We've been involved with quite a few that, they admit it even, okay, you're going to buy this bottle of pills and it's going to cost you $60, which is going to work out to $2 a bottle or $2 a pill for a month's supply. And that's the retail price. That's not the distributor price. Now, the way ASEA's got it set up, I love the way they have it set up because they have what's called a preferred customer, which means you can still pay less than retail for your products, but you don't have to do the marketing in order to get that price.
Right,
All
right,
you have to do is sign up for auto ship, if I'm not mistaken, to
right.
get the preferred customer. So this is the first one that we've been involved with. I know for a fact that had that to offer, where they actually did make a split in the price or a reduction in the price for people that just wanted to be customers and not make them pay full retail. So that's a major plus here. The other major plus I see here is these products stand alone. There is no competition. We don't have, it's like they talk about on one video. I forget who, we've watched so many presentations, I can't remember who does it, but he talks about the fact, with all the lotions, potions, and pills and how they're so competitive and there's so many of them. Okay, let's say, just for example, we have the next greatest bottle of pills. Okay, we probably do in the Avia
yeah.
in the Via products, but we're not going to get into those tonight. But let's just say hypothetically, we're selling uh, company ABC has this bottle of pills, XYZ, and they're telling us that we're hyping these pills as the next best thing to crust on white bread. And the reason we got to do that is because there's 25 other companies out there that have the exact same marketing profile. They're
Right.
doing the exact same thing to get people to, in order interested to not only take the products but also market them. So the competition's tough. And that's another reason why you won't see any of those companies offering the same thing like I was just talking about, where they offer a preferred customer and give people a wholesale price
Well, now,
if they're not doing the marketing.
well, and nowadays, the health, everybody's about health,
Mm-hmm.
simply because, we're one of the most obese countries in the world, because we're one of the richest countries in the world. And so now everybody's on a health kick, and with this pandemic, it's going to get even worse. So the market is going to be flooded with, like you said, pills and potions that are going to be the next greatest thing to boost your immunity, um, put a shield around your body so that no viruses can get through. Here, use this lotion, and it's like a shield.
Yeah.
and that's and that's really, it makes it hard for everybody, the people that have the good products, yeah, to plow through all the crap.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my ADD is kicking in really bad. You're gonna have to center your screen up there a little bit. You're off center.
Well, that's why
That's a lot better. That's better.
I was trying to find out where this microphone was going to work.
I'm moving around, so it doesn't matter on my end.
Well, I dug my microphone out of the box, where it'd been hiding for a while, so we had to get it right.
Now, I'm gonna do like I did, I think, on the last one of these we did. I'm gonna tell on you just a little bit and get into a little bit of our history with network marketing and how, at the very most, for the most part, you were an observer and did a lot of stuff in the background, like worked on the internet, worked on website, mailing list, and
Yeah, well, I'm kind of like that woman on the Macari commercial. Some people are born salespeople. I'm not one of them.
right. Okay, but now that's the reason what you just said there is exactly what I want to focus on, because that's the biggest misconception of being a network marketer that there is that you have to be a salesman or a saleswoman or a salesperson, however you want to say it, and that can't be any further from the truth than possible, because as you are finding out now that we're with ASEA and have these fantastic products that really do sell themselves once somebody takes time to try them and takes time to educate yourself about what they are. Um, there is no sales. We have all these great tools that we didn't have when we first started doing network marketing in the 90s. We didn't have, this whole thing with Zoom rooms and YouTube and all
Oh
these
no,
different tools we have to use.
they were just starting out with those, where you call in the number and punch in the code.
Right. And there was everything was based on the phone. And then you had to have, well, you got to have the right long distance carrier. Well, then the long distance carriers got in the MLM game, and that really screwed things up.
Yeah, and then there was boxes, and it was crazy.
But the thing of it is, what I'm getting at is the whole thing about thinking about all of this as being sales is where people mess up with their thinking. Because I'm a proud user, a consumer of these products.
Right, we're products of the product.
And the fact that I can share what I know about those products and other people can try them out free for 30 days, because they do have a 30-day 100% money back guarantee on them. You don't have to take anybody's word for it. All you got to do is get them in your hands. How do you get them in your hands? It's simple. You pay a $40 one-time
Yeah,
payment, membership payment, and then you pay whatever the price is for the products. And if you're willing to give up a credit card and set up an auto ship, you get the same price that we do. So it's just that simple.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's
And once you have the products, you can take all the products in the full 30 days. You can empty every bottle, everything, send it back within 30 days, and get a 100% money back refund. So it costs nothing to try it out.
yeah, it's $40 when the first time you enroll, and it's $24 after that.
Right. Per year, they got to have a yearly price too. It's almost half. So, and trust me when I tell you, this woman here, well, wait a minute, over there, this woman here can vouch for the fact that I had never in a million years thought that I'd be sitting here calling myself a network marketer. Not in a million years. Not after we've had a dozen different failures. We've got involved with companies that were here today, gone tomorrow. We've got involved with people that were here today, gone tomorrow. And actually, what's crazy is a few of them are still around and still touting whatever the next lotion, potion, or pill is, which means they haven't learned anything. We learned from all of our experiences. We learned all the do's and don'ts. We learned all the people to listen to and pay attention to and all the people not to pay attention to. We learned things like how to look up something on the internet in all the right places to find out if it's a real deal or not, or if it's just some kind of scam somebody came up with. You know, there are right and wrong places to look that stuff up too. So that's why this is so easy for me now. And I understand why people shy away the way they do is because they think, oh, I got to learn how to market. I got to learn how to be a salesperson. I got to learn all this. No, the only thing you need to do if you want to check into it is get the products in your hands and try those out. If those don't work out for you, you can try to be a salesman all you want and it ain't going to work anyway. Right.
No. Well, you got to, well, to me, you need to believe what you're, I mean, I know there's people out there that could sell ice to anybody, to people that live in Alaska, because they're just that charismatic and they don't have to believe in their product because they don't have any emotional attachment to it.
Right.
So, yeah, there are those people out there that their car, a house, any, whatever, they can sell it to you. But I have to have a belief in the product.
Mm-hmm.
I can't emotionally distance myself enough from the product to say to somebody, oh, this is a wonderful product and I use it, if I don't.
Right. Well, and that might have something to do with that last company that you've been using some of their products. That might be part of the reason you don't really promote it as much as you maybe could, because you're liking one of the products, and there's lots of reasons for whether or not the other products even matter. With this, with the ASEA, that's another thing I like about it. There's a lot of companies out there, they have a product, but if you don't buy the other thing that goes with the product, it doesn't work as good.
Well, not
Called
that,
the upsell.
well, yeah, but a lot of the products from this other company interacted with a health condition that I have.
Well, I wasn't going there, but
Well, but it's, I mean, yes, they're good products, but not for me.
right. And that right there is the point I was trying to make. What you just said, a lot of those products in that particular line, you can't take because of a health problem of one kind or another that they create.
But with
Where with ASEA,
redox, yeah, that's not a problem with redox because it's native to the body.
right.
So there's no way you can be allergic to it. There's no way that it can interact badly with your medications. It's already there. You're just uh, giving it reinforcements.
The thing with the medications, I'm glad that that's a major thing, because I've heard that from 3 different people so far this week. Okay, we're coming up at the end of our second week being involved here, and I'm going to say it straight up. I'm a little bit disappointed in a lot of the people on my Facebook friends list. Really, I'm really seriously am. I know for a fact that I have a lot of intelligent friends. Okay. I know this. I've been around you in person. So some of you I grew up around in person. Some of you I'm related to. Okay. So I do know that you're intelligent. What I don't understand is your inability to look over this whole network marketing scare and the whole matrix, and it's a pyramid and it's a scam and whatever else that people come up with, and look around that this long enough to figure out whether or not these products work for you or not, because these products are good for anybody. This, as Paula said, there's nobody on the planet that can be allergic to them. Why? Because every cell in your body has in it what's in these products, and we're all the same. It's the same in everybody's cells. Nothing different. As
Right.
far as the medication, there's no way you can be allergic to this or have it mess up your medication, because if anything is wrong as far as the redox in your system, all it does is turn back into saline, and your body gets rid of it. It's just that simple. You can't overdose on it. You can't drink too much. What happens if you drink too much? It turns it back to saline. So these are the reasons why Miss Paula and I have taken time to educate ourselves 100% on these products. We've educated ourselves 100% on the people involved with these products and this company. I'm looking forward to making a trip to Salt Lake City to see for myself and see the headquarters and meet the people at the very top and get my free tour of the facility out there where they make this stuff. All of these things are doable because we are associates in the company. And I'm looking forward to all of that. I don't need to do it in order to prove anything to myself. Why is that? Well, it's because right over here on the desk sits 4 big blue bottles, and 2 of them are empty. Miss
Oh,
Paula and I go through a bottle a week between the 2 of us. We're doing the 4 ounces per day, and it's lasting us about 6.5 days. So we know that I'm thinking about jacking it up to, maybe 8 ounces a day, just to see what the difference is in the way it makes me feel. We're also going to get the skin kit for Miss Paula to try out, and maybe me get rid of some of this Play-Doh looking face I got, thanks to my grandfather.
I mean, by to do.
But and then we're both going to get into the why do I keep forgetting that name?
Via.
Via. I keep trying to put the A first. It's Via. The Via products. Those are a lot of the same products there in that group that Miss Paula had in this other company she was working with. But because of this fact that they have the redox in them, it makes them, just like we've been saying, perfectly safe for everybody. Nobody can be allergic to them. You can't be allergic to something that's already in your body. So that's just plain and simple.
Yeah,
And
they.
one other thing before I forget is we took this to our orthopedic surgeon when I got out of my cast. Oh, and by the way, this Renew 28, this tube's almost empty. Why? Because of this. This is living proof, folks. This is 2 weeks out of a cast. Okay, 2 weeks. You can't tell the difference. I've had lots of casts on. I know what a cast does to your skin. I know what it makes everything look like. It takes it a minimum of a month to even look normal most of the time. less than 24 hours after my cast was taken off of these hands, they look normal, and they've looked normal since. And now, because I use the Renew 28 as a hand cream and rub it in the same as I used to rub in Asper cream or some other topical stuff, and I rub it into this hand, I'm experiencing 100% flexibility. Look at this.
Yeah, we're still working on the strength, but your
The
flexibility.
strength isn't there yet. You know, I can feel that when I make a fist, but as far as moving my hand, this bone right in here was the one that was broke,
Yeah.
the one that's the hardest to heal. I was in a cast 16 weeks to get this done without a plate and pins. So we're going to find out here probably before the end of the week just exactly what our orthopedic surgeon thinks of ASEA and this material. And that's going to be really cool because a lot of doctors don't have this in their brain. They don't know about signaling molecules. They sit and watch the same TV commercials we do, but they still don't realize that the pretty lady doing this, the sugar, I call it the sugar beet commercial,
Yeah.
doing the sugar beet commercial, people need to listen to that because what they're talking about there is one of the areas that signaling molecules work on in the body, and that's in the blood. It's well known that beets are good for your blood. The old people knew it.
Right.
Um, when you listen to this commercial, it talks about all these different things, and it talks about nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is part of the whole signaling molecule situation.
Yeah, but
So,
they put it right in there that for your uh, blood circulation cell signaling, like
right,
commercial.
right. You can hear them. You can hear her talk about it whenever they talk on the commercial. If you go to the website and look, they have a list. It's a list of 4 different things that the sugar beet stuff helps. And the beauty of it is you don't have to buy this expensive little container of stuff and mix up in the water and
You
only get 1 out of 5 areas fixed. You drink the ASEA Redox and you, it covers all 5 areas, which are,
um,
where's that? No, it's that way.
brain, uh, cardiovascular, hormone, digestion. Oh, what's the last one?
The blood.
The blood. Yeah.
You want the beets fixed.
I said cardiovascular. That should have covered blood, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Um, well, just to give you an example, there's there's a certain signaling molecule in your body, and they talk about this a lot on the videos we watch. One of these signaling molecules is the one that tells your pancreas to make insulin.
Right.
That's what makes insulin. Yeah. Okay. When that signaling molecule gets old and tired and stops working good, guess what happens? Your body doesn't make enough insulin. Then what happens? You get diabetes. Okay. It's called getting older. We're all doing it. It's
Right.
happens to everybody, whether you like it or not. Okay. What the ASEA products do, and this is my own personal testimonial, the ASEA products for me is like having the tree of life and the fountain of youth all wrapped up in one, because I can feel things in my body happening that I haven't felt since I was in my 30s. And I'm talking about my digestion. I'm talking about my heartbeat. I got this fancy little doodad here that records everything now. So we actually have sleep patterns that are improving. We have the proof of those. So, don't let the whole marketing thing keep you from discovering these wonderful products. That's the best thing I got to say as far as testimony.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Some yeah, everybody gets so hung up on the marketing because that's where a lot of people come into network marketing for residual income, a second income stream, some extra pocket money. So they get hung up on the marketing and they forget that the product is what brings people to the marketing.
Right.
And but not everybody wants to market. Some people just want the product. And
Well, it's like you said, it was back in the 80s and 90s where network marketing got a bad name because of all the scams and so on. It's like all of a sudden, boom, everybody was doing, selling something by using multi level marketing. And what was bad was most of the people running these companies didn't even understand the concept. all they knew was what is known as a pyramid scheme or an airplane ride. If you've been in the military, you know what an airplane ride is. Okay. It's the same thing. The only resemblance between those illegal activities and network marketing is the fact that a forced matrix looks like a triangle with one person on top, two people in the next level, four people after that, eight people after that, 16 after that, and so on and so forth. That's the only resemblance it has to anything illegal. And imagine you can probably talk to a whole bunch of FTC people and a whole bunch of other government people that have investigated multi-level marketing all these years. And there's still Amway, there's still Avon, there's still Tupperware, and the list goes on and on and on. Hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of companies that do network marketing in order to sell their products.
Well, they're rebranding they call it a web now because it looks more like a web, and that's how they draw it
Well,
out.
with our particular matrix, it is a web because you are in the middle of your own personal web, and the reason they drew that web is goes back to that whole five thing, the five different things that it helps. And remember that's what they were saying on that video and how they were showing drawing the web. There's a web over into each one of those sections, and you're going to find people that have problems in each one of those areas. So you're going to have a matrix over in the one for blood. You're going to have a matrix in the one for the brain. And so it looks like a web spreading out in all directions on a pie chart.
Right.
So yeah, and I like the way they laid that out. That's a good way to look at it. We get away from the whole triangle thing.
Right. Well, they talk it's your business, so you're at the center of your business.
Right.
So that's why it becomes a web. But yes, you're connected to the people above you, but it's still your business.
Well, now the last thing I want to cover here before we call this one quits tonight and get ready for the 9 o'clock Zoom room is the people all around us are real hesitant to look at this. We know probably because of the marketing, and you're in a position where you have just say fell off the fence, so to speak, and fell over on the network marketing side of things. So what is it about this? I'd like to hear your take on this. What is it about ASEA and these products that caused you to make that flip? Because I've been arguing with you and we've been fighting and
Oh,
loud arguments
like
and
a bag of cats.
on and on for years and years and years.
Yeah, just like a sack of cats.
And I'm completely beside myself with happiness because my wife, Miss Paula, is now a network marketer and loving it. Now tell the people why that happened.
Well, I'm in extreme like. I'm not sure about the love part yet. But
Oh, I am.
we're still dating. But,
You're showing up. That's all that matters.
yeah. Well, mostly, well, the products are great. There's not 82 products. There's 9, and there's 2 major products. Everything else is you can use it or not. But the for the skin, the Renew 28 and the Redox supplement, uh, those are the 2 biggies, and everything else is whipped cream with a cherry on top. So that's one thing I like about it. It's it's simple. I mean, they've got the information out there on your website, and you just plug people in and you say, here, read it for yourself, do your own due diligence. Like you said, we know a lot of intelligent people, no dummies in our group.
Well,
uh,
I'm not sure I'll go that far, but
but but it's
I
it's a
haven't found any. Let's just put it that way.
it's a good, clean, simple product. It's uh, like I said, it's for your skin, And the stuff that's in the Renew 28 is the exact same stuff that's in the Redux supplement that you drink. So you're working, both ways, from the outside in and from the inside out.
Yep.
And you can't go wrong with something that is native to your body. You don't have to worry about, are you going to get a rash? Is it going to cause heart palpitations, nausea, whatever? You don't have to worry about all that.
Well, now, did you really believe that the first time you put the ASEA Redox to your face and got ready to drink?
Well, to me, I have to hold my nose to drink it.
Well, I'm not talking about the smell and the taste. I'm talking about the possibilities of what it might do, since you're on other medications. And
well, yeah, I'm always,
even though these people were touting it, was there any kind of doubt in your mind when you took the first drink?
Yes, I'm always hesitant when I, eat or drink something new, because of how it will react with my body. Anything like, that's why I can't do any kind of fat burning, pepper upper speed calorie burning thing, because I take medication to slow my heart rhythm down so that it beats the way it's supposed to. So I can't take anything that revs you up.
Right.
So I'm always very careful about anything that says it has, caffeine or anything like that.
Ephedrine or anything else, yeah.
I had to give up coffee. and I love my hot tea, but I miss my coffee.
You can sneak a cup once in a while.
Well, I pay for it when I do, so.
I know. Well, I got a couple things I pay for. Well, let me say, maybe I used to pay for it before ASEA. But yeah, that's good. This is the reason I started the way I did. With, in a million years, I never thought we'd be sitting here talking about network marketing and being customers of the product. We've had a couple different ones where we've been just customers, and
I would be on these products. I would be just a customer,
right,
irregardless of the marketing.
right.
I would take the. I mean, if we weren't already involved in network marketing in any way, and it was just me.
You just got me up to my next question. Wait a minute, before you say that, let me pose a question there. If it weren't for me, because of ASEA being what it is, the people being who they are, and the products being what they are, if I wasn't in the picture, would you just be a customer, or would you see this as something to market and get out to your friends and family and people you love?
Well, I would probably market through the back door. And what I mean by that is,
I'm not even gonna go there. Not in today's day.
well, what that means, let me explain that.
You have to. We're politically correct here.
No, we're not. Anyway, I would use the products. I would come in as the preferred customer. But as much as I like the products, I would talk to other people, and I wouldn't necessarily, from the standpoint of being a marketer, but just the way you talk about, your favorite shampoo or perfume.
Got news for you, baby. If you're telling somebody about it and they buy it because of what you said, you're a marketer.
Well, it's kind of a sneak attack,
Because it's what we used to say back in the 90s. That's what we used to use.
You tell two
Whenever
people.
they talk about, oh, I don't want to be a marketer. Well, let's see. You go to a movie, you love the movie. What's the first thing you do when you get home? You tell people how much you love the movie, right? And what do? They go and see the movie. Do you get any money from the production company or from the movie theater for doing advertising for them? Nope. But you did advertising for them. You did some marketing for them by telling people that you loved their movie.
Right.
So network marketing is no different. That's the beauty of it. You get the product. Well, I'm not preaching to you now. I'm preaching to all of them out there.
Well, it wouldn't be my main focus. But if somebody said, wow, I can really see the difference in you, and here, let me try that. Well, then, yeah, I'd be tickled to death. But as far as, doing the whole leads and funnel and all that, I probably wouldn't do that. But
Okay, that's good to know. Because that's why we make such a good team. I'm the one that really does like doing all that. And I'm just as bad for the business as you taking your time and doing like you do is good for business, because I get in a hurry, I get excited, I talk too much, uh, and the problem is with everybody that I've talked to over the years about all these different products and services that we've been related in relationship with, almost all of them are as good as I let on. I just scared everybody away. So that's the reason we're doing these Zoom meetings. And it's also the reason I kind of hinted around at this, but I'm going to say it on here. I'm going to shut down on my personal profile on Facebook as far as making it look like I'm advertising for ASEA. Not happening anymore. We have the Oro ASEA Redox team group, and anything to be mentioned in there usually gets shared on my profile, but that's just because it's turned on. But I'm going to use my personal profile for my personal things starting today, and any mention of the ASEA products will only be if I happen to mention
incidental.
them talking about what they're doing for me as far as personal testimonial. That's the only thing you're going to see on my personal Facebook page after this. As for LinkedIn, it's open season. They have it set up on to do the way the contact page works. So, and here's what I have to say to anybody that might be seeing this in the near future that I'm in contact with on LinkedIn. I'm in contact with you because you accepted a connect. I agreed to the free month that LinkedIn offers in order to try out the premium services. My hope is that I can end up influencing enough people to get started with the ASEA that it'll make it worthwhile for me to pay their monthly fee, which is pretty high.
Yeah, it is.
But it's a very powerful website once you have it opened up on the premium side. It's a
Right.
big difference in the free side and the premium side. Is it worth what they charge? I'm not there yet, but
Yeah.
as far as what it is worth a lot, because there's a lot of great people on there, and everybody is business minded and so on. So it's really good. It's like Facebook for business. I love it.
Right.
I got people sending messages and things, and I got my screen blocked off here. Maybe I better unblock it. See what's up.
But we want to send everybody a couple of places here that are good for finding out more information. One is to go to amazingmolecules.com and watch the videos there. A lot of really good information and part of doing your due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Also, our personal funnel page where you can leave your name and address and so on and so forth if you're interested.
I'll
And
type those in the chat room, because when people come in to watch later, the chat room will pop up.
that's
You
at
type that stuff in there too.
finderskeepers.redoxishere.com. And let's see, AMA, oops, don't put a space in it. And every day at, well, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern and 9 p.m. Eastern, the top earners in ASEA get on Zoom.
Well, it's not just your top earners. If you remember, they're saying there's going to be a bunch of corporate people coming on,
Right. But
too.
right now, yeah, the
Corporate leaders.
but anyway, discoverasea.com, and you can go in and talk, listen to the people that are familiar with everybody at corporate who have been here since the beginning in 2009. They've been here since then, and they have some great stories to tell, some great testimonials, and that's at discoverasea.com.
And be careful with that one when you type it in. Make sure you spell it exactly right, And then I got a little, I'm not sure how everybody's Google window works, but I found that if I just type it in and then hit enter, sometimes I get the one that is about discovering the sea lions and
Yeah,
everything else with sea on the front of it. So what I found it works, if you type it in and then look up at your bar at the top,
address bar.
it'll have a blue link just below where you typed in the bar. I always click on that blue link and it takes me directly to the right page every time. I don't rely on the enter button to go to that link.
But that's all I have.
That's one of them bush fixes, you might say, and hillbilly bush fix on the computer.
All right.
I've never been to class for it, folks. I'm self-taught.
Yeah,
But I
absolutely.
started in 1991.
Yeah,
So
before there was such a thing as Windows.
I came in, I got my first computer set in front of me, and I was told if I could learn how to if I could figure out how to turn it on, my brother would teach me how to work it. It took me about 10 minutes to figure out that I had to remove the cover because it was one of these suitcase looking jobs.
Compact.
Compact Passaria, they call them compact sorry asses.
Yeah.
And it flipped open with the screen and the lid and the keyboard. And the big secret to turning it on was you had to hold down the enter button when you flipped on the on switch. If you just flipped on the on switch, it didn't do anything. So, of course, me being the puzzle freak I am, it took me about 5 minutes to figure out the enter button. I think it was about the fifth or sixth key that I tried, and it came on. So I went to my brother and asked him. I said, or told him, I said, I got it on. Now what? He said, now break it. I said, what? I thought you were going to teach me how to use a computer if I figured out how to turn it on. He said, I am. Break it. I said, how do I do that? He said, just go and work on it, work with it. And when it breaks, don't come asking me how to fix it. Figure it out for yourself. And that's the best lesson I could have ever got on a computer. Well, and then I also have this beautiful computer tech over here on this side that helps me with all the stuff I can't figure out. So, and I'm just happy that we're able to do this. It's a great way to share information. Yes, it's true. Nobody showed up in the Zoom room while we were here, but that's okay because it goes down in the archives. It's up, I think, on Zoom live for 24 hours, and then it goes in somewhere where people can still see it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you can also dump them on Vimeo or Facebook,
YouTube.
YouTube, either one.
Orocast Hamill YouTube.
Right. And that's all, pretty much all I have. We got about an hour and 15 minutes before the Zoom at discoverasia.com. Folks, it's going to be a good one. It's Monday night. They're always fired up big time on Monday night. You're going to be able to hear all about it. It's an introduction, a 20 to 30-minute introduction to ASEA, the products, the marketing, and the management. So do yourself a favor, check it out. 1 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday are the best calls. Friday are some good calls too, but we recommend Monday through Thursday at 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. DiscoverASEA.com. And that's all I got.
More later.
More later.